Okay, welcome to the latest edition of Mentor Mike's Market Movie. Today is Thursday, January 31st, 2013, and our day session has just ended. We've got the replay clock wound back to 6 a.m. Pacific time, and as you can see, we have a red trend-defining moving average that's relatively flat and horizontal, and when that happens, the price tends to oscillate around it. Now we've broken across it, and so it looks like we might have a workable long trade here. So let's go ahead and do that, and we will get long with our 9 contract 3 target array, and off we go. Okay, hit the first target, move the stop. Ooh, came pretty close to getting stopped out, and we did. Alright, now notice the market is turning around and rising again. So we had a little spike down on our longer term chart over here. The stochastic is still rising very nicely. We've already got a turnaround on our MACD and a little bit of a hook on the stochastic. So let's try another shot on the long side. Our score right now is a whopping $75. So we'll get long again, and away we go. Okay, shot up there, hit the first 2 targets. Pretty quick succession. Okay, we are stopped out, and I have paused. We have a crossover here, and we're dropping out of the overbought zone. Let's do this. Let's check our regression channel from this low to this high. And I've changed the parameters on my regression channel just a little bit to make it a bit more Fibonacci. We do have a bearish cross over here on the longer term stochastic, so we'd probably be okay if we went ahead and did this, but let's just run it a little further. Notice how we bounced off of that lower regression channel. Now it's looking a little more likely. We have the closing price here underneath it. So let's now enter on the short side. There, we flip the parabolic. It's going the wrong way. Is it going to come back down? Meantime, we can get this tracking the parabolic. We've hit the first target, but we haven't moved the stop. Now we have. Okay. Okay, we got a bullish cross on the MACD and the Stochh. We're still waiting over here on the longer term stochastic. I'd like to see a little bit of a curve there. Also, let's do the regression channel again. I paused it. And we go from highest high to lowest low in this case here. And we've already broken out of the regression channel. So, and we have a little bit of a bullish hook now on the 13-minute stochastic. So I think we're in good shape. We can start our long trade. Oops, I guess we're going to have to actually reverse here because we're still short. So that's what we'll do. We'll reverse. And away we go. Oh yeah, it was a good time to get in. Okay, now we flip that parabolic. We could have waited until then and we probably would have been okay. In fact, we would have gotten in at just about the same place, it looks like. Maybe a little further along. Okay, second target is hit. Now, the way I've got this template set up, our MACD on this 3-minute chart is highly correlated with our stochastic over here on the 13-minute chart. Okay, let's pause it for a moment. We've got a dip down here below the white, cross on the MACD, cross on the stochastic, and what appears to be the beginning of a cross on the stochastic on the 13-minute. Again, let's take a look at the regression channel. And if we put it on the highest high, it looks like we're breaking south, but what gives us pause to reflect here is that our red moving average is starting to rise. Let me show you. We have a horizontal line here. I'm going to make it go behind everything else. And if we move it down so that over here on the left, the red MA and the gold one here that I've added are, you can see it's undulating very narrowly, and it's right pretty much on the horizontal line. But now, about here, the red breaks away from the gold. It has a very slight upward bias, and at this point, you can clearly see that it is heading up and is no longer horizontal. Because of that, there's a good chance that this is a pullback and not a directional change. So we probably would be well advised to wait until we get closer to flipping this parabolic before we think about getting short. All right, so I'm going to take that off so we can see better, and we'll get rid of this too now that we've made our point. And let's run this just a bit more. And there's our stop is now trailing with the parabolic. And we were well advised to wait because we turned the other way. If we'd flipped this parabolic, I would have thought differently. Okay, now we just flipped it, and I stopped just in the nick of time. Now we've got another bearish cross on the stochastic, but this time it's touching the overbought zone. Another bearish cross on the MACD, and now we have another bearish hook on this stochastic. So this looks a whole lot better because we've got bearishness all around, and we flipped that parabolic on the 3-minute chart. So I think we have a higher probability now of some success on the short side. And incidentally, let me just pause that for a second. As you'll see, where's our regression channel? There it is. You can see the price bar that flipped the parabolic also broke very solidly south of the regression channel. And when we have the actual completed high in place, you can see that the one that we were toying with before is really pretty much within the channel. Also, we can make this guy a little closer to where we were turned around. Okay. Now then, let's start up again. We don't need this. All right. I like to hit that second target because that really adds to the profit substantially. And we're stopped out. Now, it's 12:58 on the replay clock, almost 1 o'clock, so that would be definitely our last trade of the day. And we'll just run out the clock here real quick. And there we have it. Okay. So, $2,000 even with our 9 contracts and 3 targets. Notice that we didn't use the 13-minute parabolic this time. We used a longer 3-minute parabolic, and we did use the 13-minute stochastic. So, our turning points come out to look like a high here and a low here and a high here, and this is your low with a question mark. So, kind of a 4 turning point day here based on the highest highs and lowest lows on either side of our trend definer and as separated by our parabolic. Okay, so that's today's trades, and we will see you again real soon. Thanks for dropping by.